They tell me you were the hunk of horror.
Yeah, you gotta be careful how you say that word, right? It comes out hunky whore. You really got to enunciate the horror. Horror.
I saw her and I said, tasty. That was basically.
Was that your audition? Did he make you do that in the audition?
No. Unfortunately, because that's my strong suit, is the tongue stuff.
You can build the physique naturally without having to resort to drugs and stuff. No one wants to see that. It's just horrible. It's horrible for society, horrible for young kids, and I don't want to be a part of any type of drugs.
Today, actor Chris Devekio from Wolf Moon is here, and then if you love Twilight, you'll love Twiharder, a new spoof on the film. The cast joins us, plus fitness model Obi Obadike gives you his top 5 tips for getting lean. First up, Chris Devekio from Wolf Moon. Great to have you here today, Chris.
How you doing, Brad?
You know, I almost was going to say, read that damn wall. What name do you see up there?
I didn't think I was at the right talk show.
Gregory Mantell. I'm only referring to the fact that on the red carpet at the premiere, there was a little confusion. Well, Chris, nice to meet you. Greg.
Hey, Greg, how you doing? No, there were so many fans screaming at that premiere. It was hard to hear. So
they're all screaming Brad, right? we were wondering who Brad was. But that's why we put it on the wall 3 times. Just so you know,
well,
so.
My bad, I guess. I didn't catch that one. But.
And just so you know, they tell me you were the hunk of horror. So I'm honored to be in the presence of the hunk of horror.
Wow, yeah. You know, I don't know who gave me that honor, but actually I think that's Michael Guillen up in San Francisco.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta be careful how you say that word, right? It comes out hunky whore. You really got to enunciate the horror. Horror.
Oh, so is that what it is? It's the not the hunk of horror?
Well, it depends on who you ask, man.
Who should I ask?
Half of Manhattan Beach.
You were telling me about that woman that you were. I'm sorry.
Just pick anyone down in Manhattan Beach, man. I'll tell you.
So now, is your goal to be like Rob Pattinson, to have all the 13? Did you hear from a lot of 12 and 13-year-old girls? And is that your?
Yeah, my Facebook page is littered right now with teeny boppers. Nah.
When I drove through Westwood during not the eclipse, but I think the new moon premiere, everywhere the sidewalks were covered with 13-year-old girls. Yeah. And I think I did not see one guy in all of Westwood, but it was all teenage girls, young girls. So that's what you have to look forward to, just so you know.
You know, as long as they're fans. Yeah.
As long as they buy the DVD, right?
Interested in Wolf Moon, that's what we're looking for. Yeah.
So this puppy's out on DVD now, right?
Yeah, just released a couple weeks ago. Yep.
And have you seen any bumps since Eclipse, or?
Yeah, it's, you know, this film I think was designed more for a cult following, you know, and I think that's ideally what Lionsgate had planned for this project as well. You know, we shot this film independently, and we're fortunate enough to have a major studio pick it up and show interest. Sure. And so that's really what we're seeing. You know, we also have international distributors, so there's a lot of buzz happening over in South America, Brazil specifically.
I'm sorry, when you said cult following, I was going to say, you got to watch the cult following.
Yeah, I'm not talking David Koresh, you know, or Heaven's Gate. Or, you know.
Have you ever been in a cult? Yeah,
well, I try to stay away from them. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the response has been really nice. You know, I have a little motto: 1 fan a day. You know, if we can capture 1 fan a day, you know, 1 audience.
Literally, right?
Day,
Since you're the werewolf, you capture one
exactly.
fan a day.
Only at night, though. But yeah, it's been a really good response. You know, fans have been, you know, making notice on Facebook, and I have a website that just launched, and been getting some responses and feedback from that site as well. So it's been great.
Now, this was a bit of a change for you personally, because you're Mr. Social, and or so I gather. But yet, for this movie, you had to really play kind of the loner, and even distance yourself some from your family.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it was an interesting process. You know, taking on this character, I really had to spend a lot of time breaking away from who I am. And where I came from, and so part of my coaching was to really get rid of all the love, all of the affection, all of the attention that kind of surrounds my everyday life. And
so, how'd you get rid of all the love?
Oh, that was easy. No,
just kill them off. No.
Yeah. Just deleted everybody, you know, from Facebook. No, you know, specifically my family in general, you know, I let them know that this is the process that I was going to be going through, and that it was important for me to really understand what it felt like to not be loved, to not have, you know, the friends and the family around and the support that I normally have in my life. In order
so
for
you
me
just said, look, I'm not going to talk to you for the next few months?
Yeah, just leave me alone. No, I would, you know.
And they said that's okay because we don't really love you anyway.
Right, exactly. Like,
what are you talking about?
I don't know. You've been fooled all this time, but yeah. So it was a difficult process and interesting process, you know, and I really felt at that time that I was going through that I lost sense of myself, and I know that, you know, many actors. We'll talk about that when they're taking on certain roles, that they really felt that they've embodied this character, and that was my taste of experiencing that, you know, and felt, you know, each day I was on set shooting, a little piece of this character would fall away, and I'd start to feel myself coming back, you know. So.
Are you all the way back yet?
Still working. It's been 2 years, and I'm not quite there yet.
You're still out in Barstow, or
yeah.
What was that town?
We shot in Pahrump, Nevada. Yeah, really interesting place. Pahrump and Beatty. Yeah, we were about, Beatty, as the crow flies, we were about 30 miles from Area 51, to give you an idea of how far out in the middle of the desert we were. No aliens.
They didn't come down.
No, but you know, it was a great town. It was a perfect setting for the movie. I mean, we really didn't have to do a whole lot as far as set design. You know, we would show up to location, light it, and shoot. And we thought that
was it just really remote and desolate, though? I mean, that must be a damn small town, right?
Yeah, I think there's about 35,000 people.
Oh, that's actually bigger, a little bit better than
I expected. Yeah. But it just has a lot of character in its own right, you know, and I
tempted to move there.
Yeah, thinking about it. You know, the bunny ranch is out there.
Buy the house in Pahrump.
Well, you know, every town has.
Well, we started out talking about the man of horror or whatever that was, so you'll be going back to that.
Hey, I'm gonna go back to my grassroots. Yeah.
But the other thing I thought was interesting, when I was actually reading the article that the guy in San Francisco did, talking about that suit, though, they didn't rely on a lot of CGI. That was actually a suit that they made in Greece.
Yeah, the special effects team. We were fortunate enough to the director had a connection into the special effects team, the Alahusa brothers, who were based out of Greece, and
I was kind of jealous. I mean, so you went to Greece to
do this, right? Hey, there's definitely perks in the business, right? So the director had called me up about 3 months before filming and said, we got to send you over to Greece. They got to take body castings of your and do moldings of your teeth and your eyes, and I spent about 5 days over there and just.
What did they do? Cover you in plaster?
Yeah, literally.
They dipped you in the.
Well, they would cover you with plastic, you know, like a really tight plastic sheath, and then they would pour the molding over you, and you'd have to let it sit, you know, straws up your nose so you could breathe. And then, you know, but it was fast forming, obviously. So, and then they peel it off, and they have the imprint, and then they spent, which was really fast for them, you know, they were under the gun to get the suits made in time, and had.
Do you do that just for fun now at home sometime?
Yeah, well, now that I know, I do the poor man's technique with the newspaper and
paper mache.
Exactly.
Yeah. But so where did you go, and how long were you there?
I was in Athens. Yeah, okay. They were based out of Athens. We were there for about 5 days. You know, like I said, doing all the moldings and whatnot.
Did you get to go to the islands at all? Or?
No, I would have liked to. Spend a little more time. Yeah.
Have them send you for the Werewolf 2.
That's right. That's right. I think they're going to need new suits because we destroyed them pretty much.
That's right. Everything. But I think it was interesting though, because we were talking beforehand for the next segment. We've also got some wolf theme going on in there, and. The clothes come off when they turn into the wolf, but you always had your pants on, I noticed, right? Somehow your pants always survived, I think, right? In the movie.
Yeah, I don't know if there was too much thought that went into that, or if that was just, you know.
So there weren't any anatomical issues to deal with?
Not this time around, you know. I think we ripped that off from the Incredible Hulk, you know.
Oh, was that he?
Back
I guess he always. But you also have there's another one of these planned, Leto, or but the same director, David.
Dana Meni, yeah.
Meni has
he's had this set up for a sequel, for sure, possibly a third one as well. But
and is Leto the sequel, or is that?
No, Leto is a separate project the director's developing.
That's about a father-son.
Father-son story. It's going to be a really interesting.
Play the father, son.
I play the son. I'm still on that end of the spectrum where I can.
Yeah, I was gonna. So Max Ryan will be your father again?
In the sequel of Wolf Moon, most likely, I would assume. Yeah.
But you don't know for the other one though.
No, not yet. Not yet. Oh, right. Still not fully casted.
Okay. Well, much success with the whole Wolf Moon franchise.
Thank you very much.
And thanks again.
All right. Appreciate it.
We'll be right back.
Wait here for 1 second. What were you?
It's a fucking cactus.
Well, use your imagination.
Okay.
It could be a flower.
Okay.
You do realize you're over 100 years old and visiting a teenager in high school.
And we are back, and joining me now is the cast of Twiharder. That's right, a few weeks or months ago in this very studio right here, we shot a scene with you guys. And who have we got here? We got John
Gearys,
Tanya Zeller,
Christopher Sean,
and I'm Greg Mantell.
Ooh.
So, what is Twiharder? What, you're kind of the brains behind this, or what?
Well, Chris and I, we thought of the idea of Twiharder. I mean,
sorry, I didn't mean to give him more credit.
No, it's okay.
They're the brains, I'm the beauty.
True story, true story. But no, I saw the movie Twilight, New Moon, and I went to a
big fan?
I mean,
we're out there with all the girls crying, screaming, "Oh, Rob, I love you."
I was dragged by my girlfriend at the time, and I could not believe just the hype around all these little girls that love this film. And after I saw it, you know, I wasn't too.
And did you break up because of that? Because you said girlfriend at the time, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, I ended it
how could she? Actually, she broke up with him because she thought she had a chance with Edward.
But now, because of this, she wants to get back together.
Exactly.
Though, just so you know.
Big time, big time.
Yeah, she's actually hitting me up right now. Actually, just felt the vibrate from her. But no, I saw the film, and then there was like a small little girlfriend party. They went and they bought all this Twilight stuff. I couldn't believe how expensive it was, and I was like, man, this is just such a crazy following.
You saw the cash signs ringing up there. Thought, ka-ching.
Yep.
Well, I was so motivated to make. I just so many comical ideas were coming into my head, and I just did a film with Chris. We did a film called Young Again together, and I thought Chris would be a great.
Wait, is that like that movie? Was it 29 again or 27 again? Whatever that thing was, where the 17 again, whatever the hell that was.
Again. This was kind of a serious drama about steroid usage and college baseball. It was a totally different type of film. We're both pretty experienced actors and versatile, but I thought that we could do something very funny with this film, and so I called Chris, and Chris has a little bit more of the experience on the business side of film, so we started a production company and really pulled together. We got a lot of great people like Tanya here on the production.
How did you find her?
It was during a casting, actually. She came in for a casting.
Just came and auditioned.
She came in literally the moment we saw Tanya, it was like everybody was jumping off the walls. This is the girl. She portrayed the best.
He was thinking of the kissing scene.
Yeah.
He thought, that's the one right there.
I saw her and I said, tasty. That was basically.
Was that your audition? Did he make you do that in the audition?
No. Unfortunately, because that's my strong suit in acting.
Oh, okay.
Is the tongue stuff. No.
Was he a good kisser?
We really didn't touch lips throughout the film.
Oh, you
it was
didn't?
all
tongue.
Yeah,
all tongue. Well, that's still a kiss.
That's how
what are you,
Vamps
Bill
do it.
Clinton? I mean,
I don't know.
that's a kiss, isn't it?
Is that actually a kiss?
That's that might be French without the kiss. That's just
But to actually French kiss, you have to kiss and then use your tongue while you kiss.
Yeah.
This
Okay,
was
how many
just
times have you
straight
done
tongue.
it again since then, I guess is what I'm trying to find out. Have you reenacted this scene?
In his dreams.
Oh, idiot.
Well, why did you have to disclose that right now? That was just, something I told you in confidence.
No, but when I got the audition, I hadn't seen any of the films or reading the books or anything.
You hadn't?
No, and
Well, you just told me in the back you were reading the book.
Now.
She's a crazy.
So you've been sucked into this now.
Yes, but before the audition, I went and just.
That was totally not my intention. Was to give them another fan.
I know.
And then you opted out. You said, no, I can't make fun of this. I love it too much.
No. I rented the movie, and actually the guy at Blockbuster was giving me some tips on, Kristen Stewart-isms. And I just went in and
Meaning
did,
what? I mean, how to be more like Kristen Stewart?
Oh yeah, like her little ticks and stuff, just so the.
Oh, so he knew what you were doing.
Yeah, because he was making fun of me for renting Twilight, and I said I have an audition for a spoof, and he's like, oh, you got to do this and this, and I said if I get the part, I'll come back and thank you, and I actually just went back like 2 weeks ago. And said, hey, do you remember me? I got the part. Here I am 6 months later. Sorry it took so long.
Do you get that in everyday life, by the way? Do you ever get any kind of Kristen Stewart comments?
Oh, yeah. People started, when I moved here, people started telling me I looked like her. So when I got the audition, I thought, I better nail this. This could really be something,
Something that was really funny is late night after we'd finish our shoots, we'd all be hungry and we want to go out, and we're all still dressed up as the parts, So we'd go out to dinner. And
go hunting, as they say in the movie, right?
I'm a white vampire. He's painted all dark like the werewolf, and she's dressed up, and we're all still in costume, So.
And you weren't even on Hollywood Boulevard, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we all live in Hollywood.
Yeah.
So we're going out to restaurants right in the Hollywood area, and people are looking at us like we are.
Except they'll arrest you if you go in front of Hollywood and Highland. Did you hear about that? They arrested all the superhero characters.
Oh, they need like permits or something now?
Yeah, they were unlicensed, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's too bad. I really like Michael Jackson out there. I mean,
he was doing his thing out there.
He's in the clinker right now.
Oh, gotta go bail out Michael.
That's rough.
Get Michael out.
But so you made quite a scene at the In-N-Out Burger when you went in? And,
No, we went to nice restaurants.
Yeah.
You know,
we were hungry. We worked hard.
And, you know, things that vamps eat.
Right, yeah, he was having a rabbit. I was sipping blood.
Just kill it right there in the restaurant, rip off the head. And,
just for more promotion, you know, just so people would.
Like, who were those guys?
Something that I do want to say about this film is that it was written before Vampire Sucks or anything about it. So anything that is even
other
close
sucky
to
spoof, not the competition, but
we wrote our own without having any knowledge of that one. Number one, and something that's also great about ours is we have a music video coming out for it too.
The music video, you didn't tell me about the music video.
Yes.
And I'm actually in this, as I say, I survived the editing. I didn't get cut out on the editing.
Oh, he's in. Yeah,
I haven't seen the trailer. I'm going to watch the trailer myself because it wouldn't play on the phone.
Yeah, that's out now. Check it out.
Check it out on YouTube. What are they looking for?
Twiharder. Just check out Twiharder. Twihard fans. Basically, we went through a lot of generations of the name of what we were going to name the project, and we went through Twilight Between the Lines, Twilight. What else did we?
The older generation doesn't quite get it.
Tweaklight, yeah.
Tweaklight, tweakers.
We
Sounds like Twitter.
Figure out a good name, and then our editor comes to us and he goes, "Man, Twihard fans are going to hate you for this." And we were like, "Twihards?" And he was like, "Yeah, Twihards is what they call the diehard Twilight fans." So we said, "Okay, well, let's get a little bit harder than they would."
Yeah, and then we dropped the Twiharder.
Well, and I was impressed, by the way, when I read the script when you first sent it to me, because I love parodies, and I go see all the scary movies and stuff. But as we were saying beforehand, though, but some of them nail it and are good, but some of them, they fall flat. I mean, I want it to be funny, but it's not. And that's why that Vampire Sucks one. I know some of the spoofs on YouTube I looked at and stuff, they weren't, but I really felt you guys nailed it.
Well,
I like
that we do. Go ahead.
Sorry. Well, no, I was telling them because they haven't read the books, but now that I'm reading the books, they really nailed some of the stuff that's like even going on beneath that you can't tell from the movies. And I'm so impressed that they really got some of
When
the
I
stuff
saw Eclipse too, because I just saw it the other night, I was thinking of it again too, especially how obviously the thing like with the shirts and stuff and and the scooter. I was going down the 405 yesterday, and a group of scooters went by, and I was laughing to myself. Oh my God, those damn scooters!
Tire coming out. I love that.
Well, we can thank Chris for all of the knowledge behind Twilight. I saw New Moon one time, and that was it for me.
How many times have you seen it? How many dozens of times?
He doesn't want to admit it, but he's obsessed.
I'll be honest. I do like Taylor Lautner. I think he's an amazing actor. I think he's a good person. I am the Twihard for Taylor. I think he's awesome.
So it's kind of a man crush thing.
It's a bromance type thing.
Bromance,
yeah, we're homies.
Have you ever met him?
No, I've never met him yet.
Well, you play him.
Great.
That's all.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, I think he's great. But I do like the movie. I think they're great. I like the concept behind them. I wish they were shot differently, and that's why we have to do what we do now. We have to make fun of it for the way it was shot.
Something that I like that's different about our film is that it's a surreal film. So not only are the vampires in this movie, but we've made movie reality, hence the Gregory Mantell show when we worked that in.
Hey.
We're actual vampires on the show. So it's like we're not only a vampire.
Did you wear the teeth
stars.
that day? I forget. I want to see your teeth.
No, they don't have teeth.
Yeah, they don't have.
That's right. Okay. I guess that was
they're fangless vampires. That's
Yeah, and
they're the politically correct
they only
vampires,
glitter in the sun. They don't they don't burn.
Can you glitter like that?
Evaporate.
I mean, parts of me can.
He does shine.
I don't know if we want to go there. Easy, big guy. We're almost out of time, but I do want to say though, in back there in the green room, you revealed to me the whole thing behind Twilight though, and sorry to tell the guys is you said it's what don't have.
Not have sex before marriage.
Did you know that?
Oh,
that's
man.
Really the whole theme of this is.
We tried to go the opposite way.
Yeah, that's just.
It was all sex and
violence.
I complained to him that it was not enough sex and violence in it.
We tried to
harder, way harder. That's why we're saving it for that one.
That's right.
We included plenty of homosexuals, plenty of girls in bikinis, plenty of tongue kissing. I mean, as far as we could take it, we definitely. Hopefully, there's some type of romantic involvement for everyone.
There was something about that werewolf gang and the shirts. There was some kind of a subtext there. I haven't read the books, but definitely the movie.
The best part about about the Werewolf Gang as their rainbow tattoos, so you got to check out the
tribal markings.
If you're a real Twilight fan, you'll have a rainbow tattoo after you see it.
They're tribal markings.
And did we say, I'm sorry, we're just about out of time here, but I did want to say, did we tell them when it'll be out? So the trailer's on YouTube now. Go look on YouTube, Twiharder, and what about the series itself? What are we
Twiharder.com. Check that out, definitely. We have trailers, and probably the music video will be out on YouTube right now, so check that out. Just type in Twiharder, you'll be able to find everything. We'll have the series released in September.
Thanks, everybody. Between the lines.
Between the lines.
Between the lines. We'll be right back. And we are back. Joining me now is fitness model and personal trainer Obi Obadike. Great to have you back again today.
Great to be on your show again.
It's our third time, I think.
It's our third time, yeah. It's just amazing how much time has flown by so quickly.
Well, we'll come to all that in a second. First, I just want to say that we got you here on the cover of Ultra.
Ultra Fit, Australia. You gotta love Australia. That is in the stands all over Australia right now.
So. And indeed, you just came back from Australia.
Just came back. I just emceed the biggest bodybuilding show with over 170 athletes.
Wow.
And I'm also going to be featured in a television documentary about the fitness and bodybuilding industry that's going to be it's going to be on TVs in Australia sometime about September, October. So I'll be featured quite prominently in the documentary. So it was an incredible event to be able to keep my energy for like 12 to 14 hours standing.
Oh, is that so? This is at the contest you were emceeing.
When I was emceeing, yeah, absolutely. And it was so difficult because there was so many people there, and just to try to keep the energy flow and try to get the crowd into it and get the athletes. So it was a great experience. And when I got done with the show, I mean, I was done. I had no energy left.
So, yeah, it's like when you're on, and when you're off, you're off.
Right.
I mean, that can be very draining.
To get an opportunity to just be invited is just a privilege, especially since I'm not Australian. I'm like the token American guy. You know what I mean? So it was.
Yeah. So how'd you land this?
Well, you know, Steve Jones. Steve Jones is the promoter of this event, the 2010 Asia Pacific International Championships. He's also the publisher of Australian Natural Bods, and he actually is responsible for the opportunity that I attained in emceeing the show, and then last year being the guest of honor, and then the documentary. So Steve Jones is the man that made it happen for me. He's a very good friend of mine. So.
And you said 170 competitors.
Over 170. It was the biggest bodybuilding event ever in Australia, and I emceed it. So it was just an honor to be a part of it.
And what level? I mean, so this
is a natural bodybuilding event. Yeah. So it was fitness, figure competitors, sports models, as they call it in Australia, and then natural bodybuilders. So it was great to be a part of it, just because it was natural, and that's what I'm all about, is just the natural fitness, health, and lifestyle. And the documentary is called Desire to Inspire, which is basically featuring these natural bodybuilders and fitness competitors, and it's just trying to inspire the rest of society.
Now, when you say natural, did they actually do testing at this contest?
They drug test, yes, absolutely,
okay.
Yeah.
Because I've heard some people say that even the natural contests these days, you can't really be sure, you know. If,
no, it's true. I mean, people can beat a drug test. There's still undetectable drugs.
Actually, when Luke Golden was on the show, he told me that they have a fake portion of the male anatomy that some people take with them.
You're kidding me.
And when they're doing the drug test, they pull out the fake one. And it's a long story, but can you believe it? I mean, people take it to that level.
I mean, that's just incredible. It's cheating, and it's just it sends the wrong message. And I see myself as a role model, and I preach that you can do it naturally, and you can build the physique naturally without having to resort to drugs and stuff. No one wants to see that. It's just horrible. It's horrible for society, horrible for young kids, and I don't want to be a part of any type of drugs and stuff like that. So yeah.
And you've got another big competition coming up. Is it in Canada?
Yes, it's in Canada, September, for the WBFF Male Fitness Model World Title. I lost last year by a half of a point, or to a point, from what I was told.
Well, you say lost, but you were what, first runner-up or whatever?
Second runner-up.
Second, I see. Okay,
yes.
okay.
So I'll be competing again one more time to see if I could swing the pendulum and hopefully win that. So you're talking about one judge that, you know, so I'm looking forward to the opportunities. A lot of great guys, a lot of great athletes. I feel like
Rob Riches
actually won it. Yeah, Rob Riches is the guy that he beat me. So.
And how many people? Rob has been on the show too, so I'll plug you both. We've both been on the show a couple times. But how many people were in that altogether?
It was 30. Right?
30. Okay.
30 guys, and it was. I know it was a very, very tough elite field. So I'm excited. I'm gonna do it one more time and see if I can swing the pendulum and hopefully see if I can win it. I mean, obviously you do the best job you can, and ultimately it's the judges that decide, you know, who they believe collectively is the best on that particular day in a stage format. So.
And are you in training for it already?
I'm always in shape. I'm always in shape. So it's like, for me, it's.
That makes it easier. Damn it.
Right. So I mean, it's just like if you're a fitness model. I've said it many times. You have to be in shape at all times. So yeah, I'm always training. Obviously, I'm stepping up my.
But
training.
you know, but some people tell me though, which makes me feel better, that they have their on and their off phase. You know, where they're kind of in competition mode, but not. But you stay in competition mode.
I stay in.
I mean,
I stay in lean all year round, about 4% all year round, and then I go from 4 down to like 2% when I do photo shoots and competition. So I'm always in shape, and then once I take it down to 4 to 2, that's when you pretty much completely reduce your calories.
Insane, isn't it? I mean, 2.
Two is I just did a photo shoot yesterday with a great photographer, and I got down to 2%.
Wow.
And I got to be honest with you, I mean, when you get down those low levels, man, your functionality, you can't even comprehend
right.
stuff
I mean, that's about as low as you can go.
That's
right
as
after
low
that,
as
you start having.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not, mentally, right? I mean, you're not even like fully functioning.
Yeah, I mean, you could say, hey, Obi, what's 5 plus 5? And I'd say 6.
No pain, no gain. But I do want to work in along that line, since you were down to 2%. You have your top 5 tips for getting leaner.
Right.
So how, everybody wants to know, how do you get, I want to know, how the hell do you get down to 2%?
Right. Well, diet is 80% of the battle. You have to be on point with your diet. So typically when I am formulating a diet for clients or I'm training people, if I'm just giving tips like right now, every 2.5 to 3 hours you should be eating a meal, which allows you to speed up your metabolism. I would space out my meals 4 to 5 small meals a day, which is definitely helpful in speeding up your metabolism. Number 3, I would drink 6 to 8 glasses of water, which also helps to speed up your metabolism.
I've got my water down here.
Good, you got your water, so you're already there.
Yeah, that's
the abs should start to appear
one of the
right
5.
now.
Yeah, I just have about another 10 or 20 percentage points to go. But that's another story.
And then it's a combination of anaerobic and aerobic training. You have to identify your body type. Some people have to be on their diet point 6-7 days a week. They got to be on point. So you have to figure out your body type on top of your training and just on top of a lot of many different things when you're trying to attain your fitness goals. So for yourself, what I would do is I would formulate 5 small meals a day. I'd probably have you training about 4 to 5 days a week, weight training as well as cardiovascular, 45 minutes to an hour a day. And then I would also communicate with you every week to see if you're dropping. You should, on my diet, on my program, drop at least a pound to 2 pounds per week. You know. So.
But what are you eating? So when you say 4 or 5 small meals a day,
I'm eating oatmeal, egg whites, vegetables, turkey and chicken and vegetables throughout the day. My morning time is, I believe it's a whey protein, oatmeal, and then egg whites. And then from meal 2 to meal 5, it's honestly chicken, turkey, and vegetables. And maybe it's a little bit of fruit in there.
And how many calories total do you think?
I would say, for me, I don't really consume that much, but I would say I don't consume daily no more than 1,900 to 2,000 a day, if that. And then when I'm trying to get shredded and ripped, it's down to like sometimes 1,200 calories. You know, so
you're not anorexic, but yet I mean, you're still eating. But 2,000, but although 1,200 is low, but down to 2%.
Well, if you get it down to 2%, your calorie intake is going to be below what is the normal. You know, it's not going to be. I wouldn't advise anyone trying to consume 1,200, 1,300 calories unless they're competing for a competition or trying to get. You know what I mean?
I better sign up. Well, thank you very much,
Absolutely.
Obi Obadike. One more time. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next time.